Yes.
Good morning, everybody, or afternoon. We don't know when you're watching this, but whatever it is, good something to you. This is Francisco. We've got Sarah and myself, Doug from ProMax here to tell you why you should consider using ProMax, the things that we do that nobody else is going to be able to do for you. Let's get started with Francisco this morning. We should have done Sarah, ladies first.
Yes, sir. Ladies first.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing fine. So one of the things that I personally think that ProMax is pretty different is that you will always have a bilingual staff that can help your leads. If you already don't know, I manage the part of the contact center here at ProMax. So there are some times that probably you don't have that niche because you don't have anybody that speaks Spanish. So we are able just to do the change in English and Spanish super fast because we are so used to do that here where we live. So for us, it's kind of natural that it comes. So that's the number one thing. And we are here for you basically from 9 to 9. 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And we can answer your questions, your leads questions, whatever you can think. We are more than happy to assist you. If we can, of course, sometimes we need to ask for help from our backend people, but most of the times we have the answers.
Yeah, like 90% of the time anyway. And we were just talking earlier before we went live, that the Spanish speaking group in the United States is just untapped potential. If you look at the percentage of population that's Latin now, I mean, it's amazing how many people that you'll be able to get. Apex in Warner Robins, Georgia doesn't have a very big Spanish speaking group that we talked about, but they've already had, I don't know, help me out, Sarah, with 10 or 12 in the last couple of months come in that are Spanish speaking.
Yes, that's right.
So there's an opportunity that ProMax can bring you that nobody else is doing, at least at this point. All right, Francisco, what you got?
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. Francisco here. So one of the major key components that I see of why Dojo Max is, first of all, a bilingual website, okay, for martial arts. That is 100% dedicated and not Google. I'm sorry to say this, Google, but not Google translated, rather than a Spanish-speaking team staff.
It's Mexican Spanish translated, isn't it?
I'm sorry to say this, but I mean, Google is not a well enough translator yet. I mean, I have to say it's improved. It's about 90% there. But anyways, a bilingual website that is 100% dedicated, focus on those Spanish-speaking communities that you just mentioned, Mr. Rankin. And not only that, but a Spanish automation sequence flow that will help you get those leads if you're ready to get those Spanish leads going, right? Because, I mean, we will do it for you, but unfortunately, we're not in your dojo. We won't be in your dojo to help you finish the process. There's a couple of options that we could do and we could further discuss, but not only the website, but the flow sequence will also be in Spanish. And to top it off, we are capable and ready to do Facebook and Google Spanish-speaking campaigns. So what does that mean? Your customers will begin to see the Spanish-speaking ads, I'm sorry, Spanish language ads on Facebook and Google. They will click, they will submit, they will see the entire rest of the process in Spanish. Protocols will get them if you sign up for protocols. And I mean, the entire process is going to be in Spanish. So I'm going to have to stick to the bilingual aspect in everything that we actually do. Protocols, website, Facebook, Google, that is 100% just dedicated. And as you mentioned, Mr. Rankin, untapped, meaning whenever we've talked to a Spanish-speaking customer, man, it's like if we've known them for years, because whenever you talk to someone, I mean, just picture you, Mr. Rankin, now that you're here in Mexico, you talk to somebody in English or talk to somebody that is from Georgia, talk to somebody that is from your neck of the woods, and you relate automatically. And you start talking about things that you didn't even had intent to talk about. So that's one of the big advantages. That's, I think, the biggest advantage that we have here in ProMax.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure that we actually intended to go down the bilingual path for each of these two things, but as you can see, those are two great reasons why ProMax should be something for you to consider. Again, just for the number of people that are in your community that you haven't even marketed to. You know, and again, we hear from schools all the time that, you know, I want more leads, I want more appointments, I want more members. Well, good. Go out and get them. And this is a market that has absolutely everybody just dying to come to visit your school so that they can take part in one of your programs, whether it's summer camp, after school, martial arts, dance, cheer, whatever it is. And what do you have to do? Well, the suggestion that we have first is making sure that you have somebody in your business that can speak Spanish. If not, generally that's okay, because the kids who are the ones that are part of the program, can't talk. English is my first language. They can speak English already pretty well. So they get it. And then the communication with the parent becomes the hard one, but ProMax can help you out at that. We're here for you. So, you know, you get a parent that comes in that doesn't speak English and you don't speak Spanish, give us a call. And whoever's in our call center, our contact center, will be happy to help you out. Just be prepared for a conversation to maybe be a little longer than what it would normally be in the States. The other part we were talking about this morning is that in the, I don't know, this island culture anyway, I'm not sure about, you know, all of Mexico, but certainly here, it's like a 2-minute conversation actually takes 10 minutes to get done. And I've seen it in person. I've seen it happen. So it's something you'll have to get used to, because I'm still trying. All right. Anything else, guys, that we need to tell people that ProMax what sets ProMax apart?
Yes,
All right.
well, the other one, I'm sorry, the last one that I was just thinking right now, since we're dealing with lots of different schools from all over the country, or even Canada as well, we have data, we have mistakes that we've made, or tries or things that we've made with other schools that could potentially benefit you, right? Meaning, we have a lot of customers that ask us, you know, well, is it better to have a paid trial or a free trial? You know, we have that information because we're running constantly multiple Facebook ads, Google ads, websites, you know, and we have data that can help you make that decision. We have data that can help you get that question answered for you, because we're dealing with such a different accounts across the country. So the abundance of accounts, the abundance of different data will actually just benefit you.
Excellent. All right. Any parting comments, Sarah?
Yeah, I also want to mention again, I think that we have mentioned this in some other occasion. We have a very solid automated system that can do 80% of the job, even for my team. So most of the times, the only thing that, for example, the Procol team is just to do a phone call and book the trial, the tour, or take the payment for the registration fee for your summer camp or after school. And the rest of the job is done by automated system that nurture all of the leads that we get from your school in a very easy, simple way that nobody has to do anything, just probably a phone call and a couple of text messages that are done manually, but that's it. 80% of the job is done by the system.
So let me see if I can put you on the spot, Sarah. Ballpark on how many outgoing phone calls we've made for our clients this month?
I can give you that number
She's
in
not
a
gonna give me a
minute.
ballpark number. She's gonna go in and go, I'll give you the number. This is how these two work, by the way. There's nothing the questions about. So
if you ask, you'll get it, man.
and I asked, we were on a call the other day with a client, and I asked Francisco a question about, I think it was how many appointments or whatever, and he's going, well, let me go ahead and tell you. I was going, no, it's okay. I'm just looking for a ballpark number. He's going, I'll give you the exact number. Okay, all right, well, that works.
So far we've done around 1,800 phone calls, outbound phone calls for follow-ups, confirming appointments, trying to reach your leads. You tell.
That's probably averaging over 100 per client, give or take, or
Yes.
close to it. And we're 2/3 of the way through the month, so we're going to finish that with another another 600 or 700. So we're going to end up with 25 to 3,000 outgoing phone calls, which, again, when you're looking at that from a school perspective, if you're looking at making 100 to 150 outgoing phone calls from your location, your business, somebody in your business sitting at your desk making phone calls, and they're going to do 150 of those, that's 5 a day. And it doesn't sound like much, but I bet right now that whoever's watching this, if your school's doing 100, if they're averaging 5 outgoing phone calls every day to talk to clients, send me a message, because I need to hear from you. I need to hear what you're doing well, because 99% of the schools out there just don't do it because they don't have time. And since they don't have time, it doesn't get done, and that lead just falls off. So here we are with ProMax, another opportunity for us to be able to help you out by doing outgoing phone calls as a part of the follow-up system and the automation journey for the prospects. Piece of cake. All right, well, I think that'll cover it for the day, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks with something new and exciting. We don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out in the next 2 weeks. All right, everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
See you guys on the next one.